Welcome on into the Cleveland Browns Report. Matthew Peterson here, talking about a very difficult subject, but one that has to be had, and that is Deshaun Watson replacements. Now, I'll start things off by saying your replacement is Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He has already been named the starter, essentially, or not officially just yet, but maybe by the time you're watching this, it is official. However, Stefanski did say? Okay, so Stefanski's already said DTR will be the starter. And so with that, we know who the Watson replacement is for the time being. However, it is an immediate time to add a quarterback. Andrew Berry said they're going to add a quarterback. I don't know if they're going to add a quarterback who they believe will be a practice squad QB just in case more injuries happen, or if they want to bring in a real competitor to push for the starting job. I believe that DTR is going to be okay. I think DTR is going to be a little bit better than people think. Given what we last saw out of him in the Ravens game, it doesn't feel like the bar is very high, but I remember when we saw some really special things from him in the preseason. I have confidence in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. You should have confidence in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. But we can also acknowledge that this defense is beyond special. It's the best defense we have literally ever seen by the lake. This special teams, it's a third of the game, and it's one of the best overall coached and delivering units. So if the quarterback play does not improve, and unfortunately, me trying to speak it into existence does not help, and DTR cannot get the job done. Well, Andrew Berry is Andrew Berry. The guy is not afraid to make a move, right? Cade York wasn't doing well. I'm going to go trade for a new kicker. So you better believe he will look into all options. Now, I know the fun conversation is Tom Brady. And technically, yes, Tom Brady could be signed by the Browns, even though he is in lieu or in the middle of becoming a partial owner with the Raiders in some sorts. That has not been finalized, so there would be no collusion or anything like that. However, I don't think Tom Brady is going to have an interest in rejoining any NFL team. However, if I did have to make one pitch to Thomas Brady, Tom, it would be this. There's no doubt you're the GOAT. You've won 7 Super Bowls. It's pretty clear now what the magic recipe was in New England. It was Brady, not Belichick. However, if you want to cement yourself as not just the GOAT of the NFL, but the GOAT of all sports, and you are the number one competitor, why not join the Cleveland Browns? Join this elite defense midway through the year. Win an 8th Super Bowl. Give the Browns their first Super Bowl because you're Tom freaking Brady. So why not? Like, that would be the only reason I think Tom Brady could ever just justify himself coming back into the league, if he feels like this defense can win a Super Bowl and he's got no real connection to the Browns whatsoever. But if he wants to really prove I'm the GOAT, I'm the best across every professional sports league because I brought the Browns, the Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl, well, this would be the time to do it. Some other free agent quarterbacks, though, because I don't think that sales pitch is going to go over very well with Brady. Nick Foles is interesting. He's got the connection with Jim Schwartz. I mean, quarterback, defensive coordinator, I don't really know how much hand-in-hand they go. However, if Jim Schwartz wants to vouch for Nick Foles and Andrew Berry thinks, hey, we've seen him go on a magical run before, why not a second time? I'm just going to push back and say Nick Foles is good in one city only, and that's Philadelphia. Everywhere else, he has stunk. So I'm going to pass on Foles. I'm going to pass on Matt Ryan. I'm passing on Colt McCoy. I'm only adding Joe Flacco because I'm running out of names, but I don't think Flacco would have any interest in joining the Browns. Now, I could see Cleveland adding a practice squad quarterback to their active 53-man roster. Now, you can't take someone's practice squad QB and add them to your practice squad. You'd have to immediately add them to your 53-man roster. But maybe A.J. McCarron, Trevor Siemian has some NFL experience, Ben DiNucci, David Blough, Jeff Driskel. I mean, these are guys who have started in the league before. So if Andrew Berry feels like one of these guys gives him a better shot at winning, maybe that's an option. I'll also toss in Kellen Mond. He's currently on the Colts practice squad. So if Andrew Berry wants to bring Mond back because he has some familiarity with the team, that could be an avenue. I'll say this much. Kellen Mond sucked in the preseason against guys who aren't in the league right now. So they might add Kellen Mond. I would not be super pumped if they add Kellen Mond. Now, before I tell you what I think the Browns should do, I want to know who you think the Browns should sign. There are some other potential options out there, but let me know who you think the Browns should sign down in the comment section. And while you're getting that comment down below, let me tell you guys about our sponsor today, which is Prize Picks. If you want to test your skills on Prize Picks this season, well, go ahead and do so because you can turn $10 into just $250. Thanks to Prize Picks, I've had some of the most fun watching football this year and playing the best daily fantasy sports. All you do is just select 2 or more players, pick more or less than on their projected stats, and place your entry and watch your winnings roll in. There are a lot of reasons to like Prize Picks. Here are 4 reasons why I love Prize Picks. It's you versus the numbers, right? It is you, yourself, and I. You're the only man in the arena picking more or less than. You are not going up against any pros or sharks. Everything is in your court. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. The link for that is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Now, a lot of people have been asking about Ryan Tannehill or Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's just get some facts straight right now. 1, they would have to be released. Obviously, we are past the NFL trade deadline. They would have to be released by their teams. Now, if they are released, like Baker was, for example, last year in Carolina, they will go through waivers. Teams will have an opportunity to claim them off the waiver wire. If they clear waivers, well, they could sign anywhere for a veteran 1-year deal. Otherwise, if they are claimed off the waiver wire, well, teams would have to play out the rest of their contract. No team would want to do that. Here's the tough reality. Tannehill and Garoppolo suck. Asking them to come over mid-season, pick up a brand new offense, enter a new locker room, and just start rolling with the punches, I don't think is going to get you a better product on the field offensively than what you can roll with DTR. Sure, if we could go back in time and pick a quarterback back in August, different conversation. But I have watched Tannehill and Garoppolo play this year. They are not good. Yes, they are a bigger name. They've got way more experience. They have had great highlights in their NFL career. But at this current moment, I think DTR gives you the best shot at winning. It is not easy to ask a quarterback to come into your locker room in November, pick up your offense, and be ready to roll on Sunday. So if you want to add Tannehill or Garoppolo and have them be the backup for DTR if things don't go well with Dorian Thompson-Robinson, sure, that's an option, I suppose. But asking them to come in late in the season doesn't feel like it's going to be a good result. So for that reason, I would rather have Dorian Thompson-Robinson than Tannehill or Garoppolo asking for their release, which, by the way, is not a guaranteed. They would be taking less money, most likely. However, if they want to go out and play football somewhere, this could be their opportunity to do so. But as crazy as it sounds, and I don't know if that sounds all that crazy, I'll take DTR. Now, there is one more quarterback that was tossed out as a possible release sign candidate. Kate Adams was interviewing Rob Gronkowski, and they were talking about Belichick and whatnot, and he was saying Belichick's going to come back. He's grandpa, whatever. He's like Popovich. But he also went on to say this. For Mac Jones, he's not respected in New England. And then he suggested that Mac Jones asks for his release so that he can go play for the Browns the rest of the season. I'm in the same camp for Tannehill and Garoppolo as I am for Mac Jones. Mac Jones is not good. I mean, he has been a disaster this year. I have no reason to believe Mac Jones is going to come in here in November and be better than Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who has been here since day one. Sure, if you're picking a random quarterback to start a new franchise with, you can make good arguments for Mac Jones. But that's not what we're doing here. We're finding a new starting quarterback in November. And I'm going to lean on the guy that's been here from the start of the season. If you want to add Mac Jones, Tannehill, or Garoppolo to back up DTR so that if you want to make a change down the road after those guys have been in the locker room, have learned the offense, have learned the playbook, and have ridden the bench for 2 to 3 weeks, and you have not seen a good product from DTR, I can get behind that. But asking one of these guys to come over today, tomorrow, or early next week if they ask for a release after Sunday, and then tossing them into the fire, that does not seem like a good idea to me. I know it worked for Josh Dobbs on short notice in Minnesota, but there are few and far examples of that. I am going to pass on the idea of adding one of those quarterbacks mid-year. Give me DTR. next man up. I mean, this is what you made your bed with. You traded Josh Dobbs. DTR is the next quarterback. Next man up mentality. And let's see how it rolls. But what's your confidence level in DTR? Scale it 1 to 10 for me down in the comment section below. And while you're typing that 1 through 10, never miss a single move or any sort of news when you're subscribed to the channel. I woke up this morning, saw the news, got a short out, got a video out. We went live. We're getting video after video after video out so you guys are up to speed on everything. And you won't miss a single thing for your favorite team when you're subscribed to the channel.